We are going to be doing mock scrapes today. They are super important. We really haven't done many of them, but I've done a lot of research on it online through YouTube, reading, and different other things. And this is by far the best way that I have seen, and we're going to try it. So let me get into what we kind of need. We're going to need something to clear our area. We need a machete and some clippers, and we need a pole saw for one of these, and then some rope, batteries for your camera. Our cameras are already up, and tick spray, which is very important because there's, over here in Connecticut, we got Lyme disease, a bunch of other new things popping up. I always spray down. We always use unscented because that's what I use during hunting season, but it's a good idea anytime you're in the woods, field, spray up. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to be missing a hunting season because you're sick with Lyme. And a rake. Pretty simple stuff. And I need a ladder because I'm not tall enough to get one of these. So the key thing with the mock scrape is you don't want 100 of them. You don't want them all over the place. You want, now our property kind of ends where my buddy built a trap, built a hunting blind, which he doesn't hunt there anymore, luckily. Kind of that fence post row, and it goes up and down over to where our other food plot is, under the power lines. So when you set your mock scrape, you want it within bow range if you're a bow hunter, or even if you're only do rifle or shotgun or muzzle loader, whatever you do, you want to have that mock scrape within range. If it's out of range or you're just sticking them all over the place, it's defeating the purpose. And basically what it is, it's a calling card. When the deer walk by, you want to put it in an area that you know they move. They walk by, they rub their nose on it, and their eye, all their glands, and it's a calling card that everybody knows, hey, I went through here. Well, you did, so did I. And it's a repetitive pattern. So we want it near a stand. I have 2 trees to hang these from, and what we're basically going to do is throw some rope up, and then in my area, I'll show you, we have a lot of vines, like grapevines. We're going to use that as our rubbing spot, and we're going to mar up the ground. So I have hunting stands. We have one right there. We have my platform up there above my truck, which you'll hear that ladder squeaking because it's windy today, and that noise does not bother them because that stand's been there for 3 years. Once again, if you're going to change the environment, the habitat, don't do it right before the season. They'll get used to that ladder squeaking. It's not going to scare them. This is the food plot we're going to be doing here shortly. I would put a mock scrape. So I have 2 locations here to hunt. This field. Plus we can't shoot up that way because there's houses and there's actually no trees to put anything. I would hang it from this branch. I have seen deer come out of here. I shot a buck or 2 right here over the last few years. But this is where we're going to be building an elevated blind stand. A video to come. I got the brackets in. This month in July, we're going to build that and show you a nice way to do it. Too bad lumber's up 180%. That's kind of going to be a little, I might as well buy something, but we want to make something nice. So that spot's out. So we got stand there, stand here. I could do it in this tree, and we already have an area that's open because you want that buck or that doe or the deer coming through to be able to circle that. They want a free range. You know, they're going to smell, they're going to investigate, they're going to be rubbing on it. They want to go through. And I know that there's a deer trail right under my stand. Did not put that, I put the stand in, they made a trail right in front of it. And they come out through here, they cross the road where my truck is, they go over to there's a bedding area over there, and they come out from this little gully. And I know from all my camera footage, they run up this side, but mostly the highly trafficked area is right through here, where I buzzed up the other day. They go down into the woods there, and then up over there where we have a stand, which really wouldn't help us. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be our food plot. We have our block over here. I'm going to hang it from up here. Kind of right. It's going to come smack right down in here. Right on, you know, they travel to the left. They travel over here. they see it, the thought process is hopefully they rub on it. We're gonna do one here and then one on the other side of the property. Basically, I'm gonna put my two where they enter the property, where they leave the property. In my mind, it seems like a pretty good strategy. So we're gonna get this hung up. And I don't know if I'll turn the camera on tonight just because it's so windy. But we have our trail cam right here. And we're just gonna clean out this brush, make sure it's got good batteries. So I need to pull the truck over here so I can reach up there. All right. So we're now into the woods a little bit, and I'm looking for a vine that we can hang, a grapevine. So as you can see, we have all kinds of vines, grapevines everywhere. What we're looking for is one that's about 3/4 inches to an inch wide. We don't want something so big, but we don't want something so small. So I'm filming by myself today, so it's going to be kind of hard, and I don't know if it's that exciting to watch me cut a vine down. But we want them about 6 feet tall. We don't want short little sticks. It doesn't look natural. Like if you look at this, which I wouldn't be surprised, because these are deer trails. See how this one hanging out of the tree? I mean, that's what we're going for, but we're going for out where we're hunting. So all right, I'm gonna get a vines. I'm gonna get crack-a-lacking on that. Find us some good ones. We need 2. That's why I got the pole saw, because some of these things are up there. All right, let me go find 2. We should have plenty to choose from. All right, I found one that I like. I think it worked out pretty good. We got this one right here. And I should be able to actually get both of them out. I'm gonna cut that up top there. And then we got this wicked long one, which is gonna be good. And then it's got a little nook here. Notch, nook, whatever you want to call it. So I'll be able to tie my rope. So I'm gonna cut this down, drag it out of the woods, trim it up. So we'll be able to get the 2 that we want out of it and hang it up. And these should last the whole season. Next season, some of the research I've done, they last a couple seasons. You know, they knock it down, you just gotta tie it back up. All right, let's get it cut, man. Let's get it cutting. Paul Bunyan in. It's a good sign. Like I said, this is a slightly used deer trail. And just because we know we got some buck poop. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. I got my vines. Let's get back to the truck. Right. I got the one for the high up tree, and I would estimate this vine's about 12 feet. You got the back of my truck's 8 foot, 2 foot 10, and another 2. And this one's nice and, see how it's nice and straight? It's got a little crook on the top. I'll be able to tie my rope. So let's get it up in there. That's the one I got for the other spot, but I don't like it. It's not straight. It's kind of dried out. When we get over the other spot, we'll find another one. But this one's going to be perfect. All right, let's hang. So since this tree is a little bit on the high side, but it's where I want to put it, I'm going to stand in the back of the truck. I'm going to lasso my rope up over. I want to get it over that thicker branch right there, and then have our vine kind of come down with this stick. Or sorry, rather this branch, and then we're going to keep it about waist high off the ground. Now you got to remember there's leaves on the tree, so in the fall, when the leaves fall, that branch is going to lift up a little bit, so maybe just a little bit lower than your waist level. I'll show you once we get that up there, and see how good I am at the rodeo. You're roping some trees. Bear with me. I got it up and over there. Now I got my GoPro stuck. The other one in the branch. Come on, man. Really? I wanted it. You wanted it to fall, it would. If you didn't, I mean.
So for over 20 minutes, I tried throwing this GoPro over the branch I wanted. It'd get hung up, and it just wouldn't fall down. Hung up again, wouldn't fall down. So eventually, I got it over a branch, and I got a, not the exact one I wanted, but man, I'm gonna feel like I pitched a no-hitter tomorrow for as many times as I threw this thing up in a tree. But hey, that's the one I wanted it in, so it took a little extra effort. But eventually, I got it hung up on a branch. Not the ideal one, but it should be just fine. I had to use the pole saw to kind of, when I got it over one that I could actually reach, just kind of grabbed it with the pole saw and yanked it down.
Well, 15 minutes of throwing a GoPro and a rope that got tangled up in anything you could possibly imagine, me included. Every time I heaved it up, I got it on a branch, not quite the one I was aiming for, and this one should be over a little bit. We'll give it a try. So, got it up on that branch. It's going to come down. The vine's going to look like it's pretty natural. It was growing in there and it fell off. Be the new calling card. All right, I'm going to tie it up, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And the next one should only take me about 2 minutes to do because I don't need to lasso anything. Pull it up. I don't think that branch is good enough.
All right, now I need to tie it up higher so I couldn't reach. So grab the truck, loosen my rope, tied it up high, nice and high. Can't see the rope, and Finny.
Okay. You can't see that rope. It looks pretty natural. Not the best branch for it to be on, but it's a little lower than waist. That way when the leaves fall off, it'll go up a little bit if it stays there. So now I'm just gonna take the rake around it, make it look like it's been, draw them in a little bit, see it all the dirt dug up, and then that'll be that. Okay, that one's done. And from a distance, we'll take a look. And like I said, see, we got the natural looking vine. Could have fallen on that tree. We know they traffic through here. The trail camera, which I'm going to clean up, set that up. And then, like I said, this is, you want about waist high. But like I said, once the leaves fall off, it'll come up a little bit, but this is still perfect. Nice and straight. Kind of just took the rake and scruffed it up. This stuff will be tilled up eventually, but right now it looks pretty good. We'll see what happens. And as long as that stays put, it'll come on and keep rubbing on it. And then I know another question everybody's going to have. What am I going to put on it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And when you put it on, you don't have to wear gloves. Trust me, because the best scent that can go on there is the natural scent of the deer. Don't put a thing. Nothing. And watch. If you're in the right traffic area, our trail camera will prove it. So we'll stay tuned on that. I'm going to set the camera up, and then we'll go do the other one. Well, there it is. Not in the ideal branch, but that should be definitely in the zone. And we'll see how many hit it. I'll keep you posted. We'll go put up the other one. Location number 2, which is the exact opposite end of our property. This is that little food plot where I broke the skid steer. rather the brush hog. So we're going to set up our other mock scrape over there. We have a stand right there, and these deer come from the adjacent property all through these bushes. That stone wall over there is the end of the line for us, unless I want to venture over there, but I don't really feel like it. So we're going to put it here. I'm going to trim some of this other smaller stuff out of the way. Our camera's right there, so I'm just going to get that, and we're going to hang it. We're going to hang it up on this limb right here, and then from standing here, if it's hanging here, you can see my stand there. So this is where we had that big buck, the 10-pointer. Last year I missed in the morning. It was pitch dark. I never clarified that in the video. I just said 9:30 at night. People are probably like, what are you doing hunting at 9:30 at night? I meant to say in the morning. Could hear him, smell him. He was right here. That camera picked him up when I crawled out of that stand at 9:30 and checked my card. I was excited but not happy. Knew he was here, just couldn't shoot him. All right, he's definitely a shooter, so I do know that he does a lot of rubs on these trees and whatnot. It's got to be him because we caught him on the camera all last year, so hopefully he's still around. Comes back this year a little bigger. So let's get this one set up. I mean, look at these vines, the amount of water that comes out of these. That's insane. Actually might be some survival thing. Actually tastes pretty good. All right, this one, I'm 6 feet, so it's like 7. We might trim a little bit off, maybe this crooked spot. So let's hang it up, see what we got. We want it about here. Easiest thing to do by yourself. So bring a buddy, grab your hunting partner with you. All right, that was a little easier than the last one, but as you can see, you know, you got some rope, but you don't want 8 feet of rope or something silly. You don't want a little stick. You know, this is a good 7-foot long stick, vine rather. If you don't have vines where you live, don't track them down and put them up because it's not, you know, they're all around. I actually pulled that one off right over here where the trail cam is. So in my area, those are a natural thing for them. That one's perfect. They travel down this path that we cut. They come out of here. Like I said, we've seen activity here. I'm gonna set the camera up. And since it's so windy today, I'll probably come and swap the cards tomorrow. And that one looks really good. So check the cameras, keep you posted, people. And once again, no attractant, no goop, spray, nothing. Don't worry about it. Trust me. We'll keep up on these cameras and we'll definitely be posting about it. Hopefully it's helpful and you guys enjoyed this one. We'll be keeping the videos coming now, getting ready for deer hunting. We did such a good job on that last one, on that last scrape. I'm just so surprised. I can't believe he sat in a hot truck this whole time. But the Don says, thumbs up. Thank you, Don. Sorry that you were in there sweating. We even got approval by the Don himself. Hey. Boom.